From the great city of Iowa City and from the headquarters of Public Access TV, as well as from the city of Iowa City Channel, I would like you, all our audience and viewers, to welcome the great school of Garner Elementary in Iowa City, or in Coralville, right?
North Liberty.
In North Liberty.
We're in North Liberty.
So it's the greater Iowa City area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to my right side is the leader of the school, our friend Nick Proud, who has been the leader of the school now for about 4 or 5 years.
This is my 6th year, actually.
Wow.
I know.
Time passes so
Time
quickly.
flies.
So you have been 6 times here
Yeah.
on this setting.
A couple times I sent some other people, but this is, I think, 4th or
So
5th.
do you like what we did here?
We were just commenting on the wonderful
Oh, yeah,
technology, and the girls like the lights. I know they said they were excited about that, so.
It took a lot of effort, as a matter
Absolutely.
of fact, and thanks to the administration here, Dr. Gerardo Sandoval and his team. They worked so hard in order to get the best quality. We are still experimenting, so if we have some troubles in our broadcast, it will be treated very soon, because we have the most elaborate studio now.
Great.
With a lot of advances in the technology that's there. Mr. Proud, you are proud tonight to present us with your 7 warriors. and those people are from your Girl Scouts group,
Mm-hmm.
doing something very generous and very gracious to our community.
Mm-hmm.
That's called Kindness Week.
Yep.
So please tell us about this idea and how these leaders were selected to be facing our community tonight.
Absolutely. Well, the girls did a fabulous job. Came to me early on of wanting to organize a kindness week at Garner Elementary to help, combat different things like bullying or just treating one another with great kindness and being respectful and nice to one another. And they came up with an amazing plan and went into all of our classrooms, worked with our teachers, worked with kids. They read to kids, they led lessons, they donated things to our school. They just did an amazing job. There's still decorations up all over our hallways from the work they did that week. And it was such a special week, and one that I think has had an impact past the calendar week that we celebrated on. It still impacts today, and I just felt like this was a great group to bring along and let them tell you a little bit more about it.
Great. So we have Lily.
I'm a cadet at Garner Elementary, and I'm in 6th grade right now.
And Madeline.
Hi, I'm Madeline. I go to Garner Elementary, and I'm also a cadet.
Great. And Kaylin.
Hi, my name is Kaylin, and our group has been together since kindergarten, and yeah.
So about 6 years now, working
Most of
together.
us.
That's amazing. With very clear purpose of cooperation and efforts, right? You organize everything between. When you said we have been together since kindergarten, did you mean all of the 7 or just?
The group was bigger in kindergarten.
Oh,
Most of us have been in Girl Scouts since then.
super. Addie.
I'm Addison. I'm in 6th grade, and I am also a cadet.
Addison.
I'm also Addison. I'm in 6th grade, and I'm also a cadet.
Avril.
Hi, my name is Avery. I'm a cadet and a 6th grader at Garner Elementary.
Hi, my name is Quinn, and I'm also a 6th grader and a cadet.
Wonderful. So let us begin by saying, what is the idea of Kindness Week? And before you start answering this, Kaylin, I just want to make sure that we, as a nation now, we don't have so much kindness as we used to when I was young. I mean, I watch TV, I saw the debates, and sometimes I watch programs. I see people who differ in opinion. They are shouting, screaming at each other, sometimes insulting each other. And the kind of civil interaction or discourse has kind of dissipated or disappeared. And that's painful. And when you come today as young leaders and talk about kindness, I think that's very timely. That's what we need in this nation. We need to go back and listen to each other and be kind to each other. We may differ, and that's okay. We live in democracy and diversity and multiculturalism. We have to differ, that's fine. But at least we treat ourselves and other people with kindness. And that's why your message tonight is very important. You are sixth graders, but you are now looking at the camera telling people how to be kind. And that's wonderful. So go ahead, Caitlin, now.
So the main idea of Kindness Week was to emphasize kindness a little bit more. We saw bullying and disrespect around the school, so we decided to do something about it. And so we read books to the different classrooms, showed them videos, and we just emphasized how other people feel when you be kind to them, and how other people feel when you are mean to them or rude to them. And I think that really got across.
Wonderful. Any other comments? I have known you as a poet, okay? And you are a remarkable young poet, by the way. And I want to listen to you telling us about kindness, how it's important. Why should we be kind to each other?
I think that we should be kind to each other because it makes other people feel good. And if people don't feel good, then that just kind of...
So you don't think that kindness is kind of weakness, right? Some people
Right.
say, oh, when you are kind, then you are soft, and you are weak. You're not very, you don't see it this way, right?
Yeah, I think that kindness is stronger than being mean to other people. That means that you care about them.
Perfect. Madison, you want to say something? I mean, have you seen acts of kindness around you that impressed you?
I mean, I've seen more people act kinder to each other than I did before we did this.
Oh, wow. So you see results of your effort, right?
Yes, I do.
Oh, that is wonderful. You want to say something?
Well, I was just they did a number of things, whether it was bucket filler activities, so maybe one of them can speak to that, where they were showing acts of kindness and different things to help classmates be kind to one another. So I know that was a big thing that we saw carried on.
Who would like to address this bucket?
Bucket filling is when you feel good about yourself or when others treat you with respect. That's called bucket filling. But there's also something called bucket dipping, and that's where you make someone feel bad or you feel bad. And everybody has an invisible bucket. Whether you know it's there or not, you carry it around with you every day, everywhere you go. And you feel happy when your bucket's full, but you don't feel the best when your bucket is empty. And I think it's important to be a bucket filler because nobody wants to feel sad or just not that great or appreciated.
Who would like to jump in and add something to that? Madeline, I want to hear your voice.
Or tell them what it looked like at school.
Yeah.
So basically, before we started the project, I feel like I saw some rude behavior towards staff and other members of the Garner community.
Like what?
Like, some kids would maybe call other kids names or kind of tease them more, and that made the other kids feel sad. But after we did the Kindness Week, I started seeing more of kindness around the school, as in people were helping custodians or other people pick up stuff that like someone dropped on the floor or something, and other people were like saying like nice things about them, giving like compliments, like I like your hat, that kind of
You
thing.
can take it. I have a lot of those.
Yeah.
They were commenting on your hat
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah, that's wonderful. You want to say something, Lily?
I just felt like people appreciated acts of kindness more after, and people appreciated, and like people thought of how other people would feel if they said something mean or said something nice before like they said it. And I think that's a great thing to do because you have a chance to think, is it nice that what I'm going to say or is it mean?
One of the things that I want to comment on is the fact that you are all girls because you are in Girl Scouts. Do you think that boys have something similar in your school to that? How can we urge boys to be kind to?
There are other programs like Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts that you
Yes.
can do.
Yes.
And I guess
Do they do the same, you think, or?
I feel like Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts is more like outdoors, like
Activities.
wilderness activities, where Girl Scouts is more about being a good person and being a good friend.
And both are good because they are complementary. I mean, they create a balance, you know, between the outdoor activities and know how to live in the wilderness and how to do the notes and all that. Yeah, that's part of it. But the value, you stress the value part of our behavior.
I think that Girl Scouts, they do some wilderness things, and Boy Scouts also do some like service projects. But I think that Girl Scouts is more focused on what we do in the community to help other people.
Super. Any further comments about this? Yeah, go ahead, Madeline.
I feel like, in my honest opinion, that there should be more programs for boys than just outdoor activities, or that Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts should have more programs like the Girl Scouts, but for boys, because I feel like they don't have a good opportunity to get involved with their community and help other people be kind and other such things.
What does Nick Proud think about this? This is a very good point. I
About
think
what?
About she feels that boys should really focus somehow on the kindness issue too, in addition to what they do as far as physical activities and all that.
Well, I think the nice part about what they did with this, and I kind of bring it back to that program, was, and what they did during that week, it was for everyone. Yeah, staff was involved, classroom, kids were involved. There were so many activities that went along with it, whether it was them decorating the sidewalk and encouraging kindness. Each of them helped with announcements in the morning to remind us all. I heard many teachers even talking about what great value that was. I think it was something that was beneficial no matter your gender, no matter your culture, whatever it might be. They were hearing a common message of how do we treat one another and how can we help one another make each other feel good about what we're doing each day. And we're a large school, nearly 700 kids and over 80 staff members, and I think that's a positive message that can go on to a lot of people.
Super.
Yeah.
That's very nice. Quinn, I want to ask you, now you are going to graduate this year, right? And you are going to go to junior high. Do you think you are going to pursue the same effort when you go to junior high and senior high?
Actually, I think we will. We'll try to try to make more, kinder things for junior high and high school. But then again, I feel like it'll get, bullying and stuff will get worse because there will be other kids joining in with Garner in junior high and high school.
I see your point. I can expand it in my mind. Very well. Avery? What do you think about this idea of pursuing this in the future when you are in junior high and senior high?
I think that it's important that we make an effort to build a better school and a better community even when we are older, because we have more access, we can do more things when we're older.
It's very good that you are doing this when you are a sixth grader and you are moving to junior high, because statistically speaking, bullying is higher at junior high than senior high or elementary. Of course, we understand this, development and hormones and all these issues that are involved in this. But it's very good that you are preparing yourself to be leaders in this and to guide other people to behave in a kind way, despite all the statistics and all. I mean, you provide hope for the future, and you probably feel this way, right? And this will take me to, although some of you have already mentioned something in this respect, what kind of support you get from your teachers and your parents?
Like, do you mean during the project or just in general?
Yes, during your project, during the time you spend doing this.
The staff and our parents were very supportive of what we did, and they're inspired by our project, and I feel like they helped us a lot with the work that we did at our school.
Karen?
I feel like they supported us because letting us come in before school, letting us stay after school, letting us do chalk on the sidewalk, and setting aside time for us to come and teach their students about kindness and take some time out of their day really says a lot about how much they cared about this project.
And this will bring me back to you, Mr. Proud. Is that project only at Garner, or it is in more schools than just one school?
This was, I'm sure other schools do something similar,
Right.
But this was really proposed by this group of girls and one other student that's not with us tonight, and they came together, they created a plan, they were so organized, great support from their leaders, their Girl Scout leaders, and it just became a conversation that we had. I actually talked to the girls, I don't know how many times over lunch. They'd come into my office and we'd talk after lunch before they'd go out to recess. I think they might have been trying to skip a little bit of recess. I don't know.
That's okay.
It might have been just a small delay there. But then they came with all the ideas, all the preparation, all of the stuff. And you've worked on it since what, last year, kind of in preparation. And they really put the time and effort in to make it really successful, and hopefully something that continues on beyond this.
There is no doubt in my mind. I'm a veteran teacher for many, many years. And I tell you, your activities, math and language arts and social sciences are great, wonderful. But in the meantime, this is a good part in character development and in the future. I mean, and that's why I asked you about the support you get from your teachers, because you put some time there. That time may delay you a little bit in school activities, homework sometimes. I couldn't do my homework because we had a meeting tonight about bullying, or because we had a guest speaker and I had to introduce the guest speaker. So you may a little bit does some compromise in your work in academia. And that's why I think it's very vital, very important you get the support that the teacher would say, okay, I understand. You are doing this for our community, for our future, for our kids. And I appreciate it. Yes, you missed this part. I will give you another chance to do the test. That's what I meant, okay? How teachers can go the extra mile to help you carrying your mission forward, okay? That's the main thing. Other than this, of course, sometimes teachers say, oh, it's not important what you're doing. I want you to finish your homework, submit your paper, single space or double space or whatever it is. I'm sorry, I missed that because I had to do this. Okay? So I don't want you to, at any time, feel apologetic about what you're doing. If I have to give you a message myself, I tell you go ahead and do what you do. Try to make the balance between your academic and your extracurricular activities. Because this will end up giving you scholarships and open merits for college, and you will be amazed of how much this work that you are doing now is going to benefit you in getting to a good college. Accept it when you write this. When I was in elementary school at Garner, I was leading a group for kindness or against violence. This will help you a lot. What do others think? What do you think, Caitlin, about what I said? The big speech that I gave now.
I feel like what you said about maybe not being able to do some things to work on this project, I feel like that was all worth it because all the kids at school all were like talking about how they filled a bucket or like how they were nice to someone.
Perfect.
I agree with Kaylin that I think it's worth it because then you can go to school and see how many people are now not getting name called or other such things as that. And you feel good about yourself because you're like, I helped do that.
So you believe that what you're doing is for a better citizen. You are helping people develop into a better functioning citizen in our community, right? Lily, I see I see words in your eyes.
So I think it was worth it. All this time that we took out of regular class, let's say it was math, let's say it was reading, all this time was worth it because kids come up to me all the time and say, I filled a bucket today.
Oh, wow. And this is probably will be the highlight of your day when
Yes,
a kid comes and say this to
definitely.
you. Say, oh, no, I didn't really lose my time. I changed someone, right?
Yeah.
You want to make a comment? We have about 5 minutes where I want you to tell me how do you see yourself in the future. But before you do this, take 1 minute to listen to Mr. Proud for a final comment to the community.
Well, I think the work that these girls did was a message that's bigger than just Garner Elementary. I mean, when we work to be kind, or we work to fill buckets, or we work to be better to one another, like you said early on, that isn't always the example we see. But these girls were a great example of what that could be. They were an example to some of our younger students at school. They were an example to their classmates. They went into classrooms and they led this work, and it was great, and they were a testament to the quality of kids that they are. This is a great group of kids over here. I don't know if you know that yet, but they're pretty amazing. And this was just a tribute to their project.
I know some of them, you know, I can attest to that.
Yeah,
for
well,
sure.
Fabulous group of kids, so.
And I feel that they have this kind of team spirit.
Absolutely.
Do you think that you being a sports guy and a coach and all that had to do with spreading the team?
I had nothing to do with this other than saying, get after it, let's go girls. That was about all I did, and then just said okay to their ideas. So that I had no impact on this one.
Okay, let's start now with Karen. And we go this way, and you tell me how you see yourself in the future doing what. You are already a leader, by the way. You have the title. But how are you going to carry this in the future, either in science, journalism, in social service, social work, farming? How are you going to carry this on?
In the future, I want to be a doctor so I can help people who may not be in the best situation to help them get better.
Super. Madeline?
I hope to be either a graphic designer or a professional singer because I love being on stage.
We missed that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have just 1 minute. I would have trapped you and asked you to sing in front of all our viewers and the audience tonight.
Okay.
You're glad
I
you
mean,
brought
I
it
have
up
a
late.
singer and I have a poet. And you have to come back and do this, by the way. We have a talent show every year, so maybe you have to be part of it. Now you see Mike Peterson, if I don't trap it in 1 minute, he's going to fire me. So pass the microphone to Lily quickly.
In the future, I would love to be either a dancer or a teacher because I love helping younger children and
Super. I was just talking about dancing yesterday, and I think this is the best artist role because it combines all arts: music, physical fitness, creativity, lights, gracefulness, everything. I'm so biased about dancing, by the way.
When
Go
I
ahead.
grow up, I would like to be a surgeon because I don't know, I want to do something to help other people, and either that or I want to be a speech therapist because when I was little, my brother had speech and I was the only one that could ever read what he was saying.
Super. And I have no doubt that Caitlin will refer some of her patients to you for operations. Yeah.
When I grow up or in the future, I'd like to be a college professor and I'd like to teach creative writing classes.
It's not a surprise to me, ever. I know you, but it's not a surprise. Go ahead, Madison.
When I grow up, I would like to be in the military because I want to help people.
Yeah. Somebody had to defend our existence, right? You're right. Super. Madison?
In the future, I would like to be a dance teacher or a dancer because I like working with little kids. And I just personally think dancing is fun. It can be serious at times, but I think it pays off in the end. It's just fun to do, I guess.
Madison, I can't thank you enough. You're a terrific group of people, terrific group of leaders. We are so proud of you. And today I am honey proud. I'm really proud of you. That's like Nick Proud is proud of you. And thanks to everybody, John Karhoff, Michael Peterson, Dr. Gerardo Stan Bubal, and Sujet, and Alex, and all the team of Public Access TV, as well as Mr. Kevin Crawley and Mr. Ty Coleman from the City Channel of Iowa City. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Maybe before I say goodbye, I have to say one thing. I want to see you in the future being leaders in our community. Thank you. Okay. Didn't he say stretch? You told me to stretch a little bit.
Best learning happens not necessarily in the classroom.
This is amazing. This was better than the high school.
They're good. I told you they're good.
Wow.